The bishops are, however, backing a new migrant program that will reunify families. The process was implemented by the Department of Homeland Security starting last week and allows qualified nationals from Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras to join their family in the United States. The chair of the U.S. Bishops Committee on Migration, Bishop Mark Seitz, released a statement welcoming the effort, saying it provides, quote, a realistic opportunity for retaining family unity and reunification, which are foundational to the U.S. immigration system and central tenets of Catholic social teaching. Joining me now to talk more about this effort at reunifying families at the border is the national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, John Lavenburg. John, tell me a little bit about this program. What opportunity does it afford these migrants?
Yeah, so for migrants from the countries you mentioned, Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, at its core, it gives them an opportunity to legally live in the United States with family. More specifically, it allows them to be in the United States for 3 years of parole, and after those 3 years, they can apply for lawful permanent residency in the U.S.
And who exactly qualifies?
Yeah, so from those countries we mentioned, someone must be a national of those countries to qualify for this program. And then they also must have a family member in the United States who's either a citizen or a lawful permanent resident in their own right. So how it works from there is the U.S. family member submits a form to the federal government, and then that form, if approved, the migrant then has to go through a series of requirements, medical checks, screenings, processing at the border, and if that all goes well, then the migrant is admitted into the country.
And John, the reality is we've been trying to get families back together at the border for decades. Why would this program work now?
That's right, Jess, but it's important to note that this is a different kind of family reunification. These aren't families who were separated at the border. These are families in which, again, they have a family member in the U.S. and then they live in these other countries. So how this works, this is the U.S. government's response to when they got rid of Title 42 in May. They drastically strengthened border measures, border security. But at the same time, they implemented legal pathways to make sure that these migrants fleeing dire situations, political persecution, other things, have a pathway in. This is one of those efforts that they hope will discourage people from taking the illegal pathway in and encourage them to come into the country legally.
And we just heard that the U.S. bishops are for this initiative, for this program, but they also said it wasn't enough, right?
That's right. And, you know, the U.S. bishops, they always support anything like this that expands legal pathways and things like that. But what they also said in their statement, which is what they've preached for a while, is that these programs, they wouldn't need these expanded legal pathways if Congress would just sit down and get done comprehensive immigration reform that's both secures the border and has legal pathways in place, and it's clear for migrants to know how they can get into the country and how they should go about doing so.
Thanks so much, John, for that insight. John Lavenburg, the national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux. And for the latest updates on immigration and how the Catholic Church is responding to the needs at the border, just log on to thetablet.org.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.